Dane, and our story begins, as most do, with a little bit of impatience. You see, I was recently equipped with a 1000mm lens, and I had my eyes set on capturing the moon. I read online that the best times to take pictures of the moon, aside from going out at midnight, were to wait for sunrise or sunset. So Jolene and I ventured to the top of a parking structure to wait for the moon at sunset.
Alright guys, see that building over there? Over there? Imagine that building, but closer. That's what this lens.
I mean, I need a first shot anyways. I just need to break the ice. Wow, this tripod sucks. It's so. I might switch out the to a different tripod.
Some Reister starts moving here.
Since we had some time to kill, I thought I'd fire off some test shots. And yeah, they're nothing special. If anything, it just validated that I needed to use a different tripod. And as you can see in these photos, the sky was cloudy. And it was like that the whole day, but the forecast said it should clear up by sunset. But as we waited and the sun fell to the west, I looked over to the east where the moon should be and saw nothing but cloud cover.
That's where the moon's supposed to be.
It was already getting pretty late, and with the placement of the clouds, the moon wouldn't be visible till closer to like midnight. So Jolene and I called it a day, and I would pick up the next morning trying to capture what I couldn't the night before. And this is where some impatience set in. I was bracketing my photos, which is taking the same photo at different exposure levels to try and find the best one in post. Now I could have taken notes so I knew what settings I had for each picture, but I just decided to rapid fire. I mean, at the time, I think I just felt a little rushed by how fast the moon was moving through my viewfinder. Keep in mind, it was 1000mm, and that's no joke. There could be a mere 5 seconds in between the first frame and the next, but the moon moves a very significant amount at that focal range. So I decided that I would set my tripod in one position and take as many photos as possible to not have to make as many micro adjustments to the tripod. So yeah, I understand why I went rapid fire, but that meant that this 36 exposure roll of Ektar 100 only gave me 2 decent exposures. I was contemplating for a while of what film stock I'd want to use to capture the moon, and settled on Ektar because of its high saturation for the colors and its fine grain. I was a little worried about the level of contrast, but the look that it gave these photos is definitely what I was going for. I'm definitely going to experiment with higher latitude film stocks later, but for now, I'd say Ektar is my astrophotography film stock of choice. And after I got my first rollback, I felt a lot more confident in capturing the moon. That confidence coming from the fact that I actually got pictures to begin with. And can we just take a moment to marvel at the fact that I captured a celestial body on what is essentially chemically soaked plastic? Like that's pretty cool. And because of my newfound confidence, I decided to try my hand at some more astrophotography with some star trails. Definitely a project for later. And by the time the next full moon came, I had a plan of action. Instead of bracketing my shots willy-nilly, I would stick to 3 main exposures. The first being 1/125th of a second, and then I'd bracket one stop over and under exposed. So 1/60 and then 1/250 respectively. Ultimately, 1/125th of a second gave me the best results for an aperture of f8 and an ASA of 100. I took photos the night before and the night of the harvest moon, and I think out of all the photos I've ever taken of the moon, digital included, I took 2 of my absolute favorite moon photos ever. So yeah, I'd say this little project gave me a newfound appreciation for not only the medium of film and its capabilities, but also for the things we see every day that we don't usually photograph and how exciting that could be. So thank you so very much for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.